the iRacing Porsche 911 Cup Series. I just bought this car. Done about 3 laps with it. No ABS, no traction control. Feels pretty good. Terrible start. Only 15 people in this lobby. I think we were right on the edge of having a pretty large lobby. But for a first race, it's probably a good thing. Very first race in this car. I just bought the thing. Saw they were at Sebring. Figured we'll give it a go.
Clear.
So everybody being nice and easy, which is good. Initial impressions on the car are, I like it. It looks good, feels good, it sounds good. And I've heard these Cup cars in real life when I went to the Formula 1 race last October at Circuit of the Americas. They had Porsche Cup racing there, and they sounded better than the F1 cars, like way better. They were actually loud. So always appreciate that. Formula 1 cars now just sound terrible. I hate them. And even in person, like a lot of times if you hear something on TV and it sounds way better than person, and the F1 cars still just sound terrible in person. But these cars are nice. These cars are loud like a race car should be. First lap, really cold tires. Only 12 laps here at Sebring, and the practice room was late afternoon. Here we have it overcast. Track temp is 72 degrees, I think. So the conditions are different, but the track temp should be around roughly the same. I don't know if these Porsche videos will be a regular thing, but I figure I'll record my first one and see how it goes. Then if I mess up really bad, at least you have something to laugh at. And I am just running, that guy behind me is locking up like every quarter. I am just running a baseline setup. Like I said, I just bought the car. I haven't gone looking for setups. I haven't made anything. Just figure first race, we'll jump in here, baseline setup, see what happens. So far, so good. And this isn't like the Blancpain series where they limit your fuel so that you're required to make a pit stop. This is, you have full control over your fuel load. So I cut it about in half. Still might be a little bit too much, I don't know. We'll find out. I had a little lock on that time. Seems like you do kind of have to look after your tires instead of practice. I did about 3 laps, and when I came in, my tires were at like 95%, my front tires, so. Yeah, I don't know if these, if that's kind of normal, if these use a little bit softer compound. Tire management might be something to look at. The guy behind me is not doing that because he just keeps locking it down. Oh god. Let's take out some cones. I think they kind of finally fixed that glitch sometimes where you could get a cone stuck in your car and it will slow you down. Guy I watch on iRacing, or on YouTube a lot that does iRacing. Sim Racing NC. I remember he was doing a race in the HVD a long time ago, and he had a cone stuck in his car, and it ruined his race because it really limited his speed, and there was nothing you could do about it. Now there's like a time frame where they'll automatically reset no matter what, so that Shouldn't be happening anymore. I'm slightly worried about this guy behind me with the way he's locking up all the time. I don't want him to come flying into my car. Kind of like he almost did there. Hoping soon that'll start killing his front tires and then he'll drop off some more. Of course, I messed up there. Look at him back there. Yeah, hey, back there with that guy. You two can play together. I don't want to play with you. I think they got into it back there. The one guy said thanks and they fell back a little bit on the relative. Everybody in front seems to be sorted out though. I think somebody, okay, so 13 starters, we had 15 people join. Tiny lobby. Like I said, that's probably a good thing for my first race. I think Flavor Flav is slowly making some time up.
One off course. Your eyes open.
Somebody turned around. Like he's back going again. Yeah, Flavor Flav's made a bunch of ground up on us. Going into the hairpin with a bunch of dirt and smoke up in the air. Looks like things are starting to get interesting in this race. not quite halfway. Love this part of the track. This is one of my favorite tracks in the world. I know I've said that before, I probably said it a lot, but I love Sebring. And at the time I'm actually doing this race, the 12 Hours of Sebring hasn't started yet. It'll be this coming Saturday. They're doing this race on March 16th. I'm really looking forward to the Sebring race. I love it every year. There's been definitely some crazy, wild moments at this race. I remember a couple years back, they were already under caution, and one of the Vipers caught fire pacing around. Had to get out of it. And then when the Porsche took out the Corvette going into turn 1, I remember that. I always pull for the Corvettes. I love the Corvette factory team. I remember when that happened, I was like, oh my god. I had the brakes way too early on that corner.
Watch the car. Got one off the track in front of you. Keep coming.
A little spin there. I don't know if he was helped around or not. In practice, on fresh tires, I did practice throwing it into some slides just to see how it would react, and it's pretty hard to catch. It pretty much always looped around for me. That engine back there, all that weight spinning around. That was also with a full fuel tank as well, but even still, I think when it starts to come around on you, there's not a whole lot you can do. Just the most circumstances. I feel like I could probably start getting on the power a lot earlier than I have been. All that weight back there. That's the advantage, is getting power off the corners, you get a lot more traction. Just not used to rear engine cars, so it's something I have to get used to.
He's in the middle of the track, man, going slow.
It's kind of like a real race. I don't know if you ever noticed, but in real life racing, as soon as something starts going wrong for somebody, like everyone starts having problems at the same time. That's kind of what's happening here with all the spins and all that. I messed up that corner again. Gosh. Oh, Flavor Flav spun out and hit the inside wall back there. Hit it hard. And I don't see 6th place ahead of us anymore. Oh shit, looking at my relative. I'm about to loop it around. See, watch. There we go. It's alright, we'll get back going. Oh, now it's showing 6th place. Oh, never mind, yeah, that's the guy that spun. Or spun. There's my spin. Look, everybody else is doing it. I might as well do it too, right? only 5 laps to go. Yeah, I still have like a ton of fuel.
The only those.
This car here missed the corner again. Or that one. This tire's starting to wear out, I guess. And a little trickier to hang on to. I am curious about the tire wear though. I'm going to check that after this. See how bad it is after 12 laps. There we go, that corner felt better that time. I think this is the best I've done this corner all night too. Sunset Bend. Just a little tidbit about iRacing for this track. At late afternoon, they do have the sun in the wrong place. I don't know, I haven't paid too much attention for other tracks, but I know for this one it's not right, because when you come down that long back stretch, the sun should be in your eyes way back there. That's why they call it Sunset Bend, and in iRacing it's kind of off to the side. Not in the right place at all. Not a huge deal, but it would be kind of nice if the sun was in the right place. So in late afternoon, they don't really have sun glare anyway in iRacing. Like the sun, it's never like really an issue. It just kind of changes the color palette of everything and the shadows. But it'd be nice if you could get a little sun glare, that way going into certain corners, like at the oval races when it goes down and stuff, it, you know, like going into a corner, the sun gets in your eyes, that'd be kind of nice. So I'll show you when we get there. We're almost there. When we're coming down the straight, the sun, when it's setting, should just be blasting you in the face. I'll slip that corner again. So right here, in the evening when the sun's going down, the sun should be right there in front of us. And in iRacing, if this was late afternoon, you could see the sun. It would be, I think it's off to the left somewhere, if I remember right. This is a very tricky corner, that's part of it. That's why they named it Sunset Bend, because you're fighting the sun and then you gotta navigate that corner, get your entry right. Very easy to mess up. See a lot of mistakes here in real life. So yeah, I'll do some more racing in this. Like I said, I don't know if I'll record them or upload them or anything. If there's any good ones, maybe I'll upload some of them. But yeah, I kind of like this car. So I know I was kind of looking for something to do on iRacing, and this Porsche race was about to go, and there's a lot of people signed up. So I figured, you know, this car, everyone was excited when it came out. Pretty popular, probably has good participation. So when I had bought it, jumped in, haven't made a paint. I just went on trading paints. Kind of did what I did with my Mercedes, where I found a good Smile Racing Hatsune Miku paint. I put that on here. I like Miku. Yeah, I'll do some more racing. If this car grows on me, I will make me a Tay-Tay paint. like I do.
2 laps to go, 2 laps to go.
Our leader's already at the line. To look around for some setups. I'm sure with this car, there's probably quite a few good setups floating around out there.
Gonna have a car off to the right. Keep going.
Oh, it's got some problems again. He's a lot faster than me. I don't know if I can hold him off for 2 laps. Let's see what we can do. Probably don't have to lift to those 2 little left-handers, but I'm used to kind of having to lift another car, especially on old tires, so it's kind of habit. This car, I don't know, it probably has the grip to get through there. I got to that corner horribly. You want a good exit there for this long straightaway. I was a little better on power through him. It's like the first half I think I'm a little bit better, and then the second half of the circuit he's a little bit better. He tried to dive on me there or not, but there's no way he was gonna make that stick. He's pushing really hard. Feel decent about that exit. Well, we had him off, so at least we had a little bit of excitement there at the end. Not bad, 6th place. Again, using the base stock setup.
Checker flag. Well done, my friend. Well done.
Pretty fun little car, I like it. Let's check our tire wear real quick. If you don't know how to do this after a race, because you know it doesn't show up on your thing, you can go to your garage and it'll show it right here. So 90% on the right front. Yeah, that's not too bad. I mean, 12 laps. It's a pretty long way around here. Yeah, pretty fun. Good race, good race. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed it. Come along for my first race in this car. Had some fun. If you liked it, leave a like. If you disliked it, leave a dislike. And thank you very much for watching. Take it easy.